channel. Like we discussed the last time, considering this anomaly detection paper, the Skip-GANomaly, we talked about the first component of the architecture that was used in this paper, which is the encoder. Now in this tutorial we'll be talking about the second part of the architecture, which is the decoder. So let's look at what they formulated as the decoder. Okay, so essentially what they did with the decoder network, as you can see here, is they took the bottleneck latent representation and they upsampled that back into the original reconstructed image, which they termed the X bar. So in the bottleneck, they actually use 512, which is an hyperparameter, as the latent vector. So they did something creative here. They borrowed idea from previous paper by using what we refer to as a skip connection, so that every level of this U-shaped decoder architecture, they concatenated the features into the upsample part of it, which is the decoder part of it. And the author claims that by using this skip connection actually improves the performance. And skip connection is also used in the popular ResNet architecture, and that has also proved to improve performance in the architecture. So let's look at the loss function which they were trying to optimize. So they used the loss function L1 loss, and this X is the input image, the X bar is the reconstruction, and the X is sampled from the probability distribution of the normal samples. So, and that's the reconstruction loss. The essence of this, which they call the contextual loss, is such that the network will be able to actually learn the latent distribution of the input data for the normal samples, because it is tasked to reconstruct the normal samples on the other end of the decoder sample. Now let's see the architecture, how they describe it quickly. So they talked about the architecture here in this pipeline. So that's what they refer to as the G subscript D. That's the decoder, which, like I said earlier, upsamples the latent vector Z back into the input image and reconstruct that, and they tag that X bar. So they use they adopt the skip connection approach, as I said, and the skip connection helps to yield a better reconstruction. Alright, that's it for this session. In the next session, we'll continue to look at the other type of losses, the adversary loss, as well as the latent loss, and we'll look at some more details with the training pipeline. Thank you very much, and see you in the next one.